hear any of you. It's just me, and I'm going to be talking a lot. Those of you that have done this with me time and time again. Those of you that haven't, get used to this voice because you're going to hear it non-stop for the next hour. Okay. So welcome to Pilates. I like to call it core connection Pilates or mindful bodies Pilates. You can think of it however you want to think of it. We use the mind and the body to connect to our core. This area here, I'm going to move my monitor down so that you can see the whole of my room. There we go. So we all have lots of wonderful differences and specialisms and things going on with our bodies and our minds that is the unique blueprint that makes us who we are. So we celebrate that and we embrace that and we work with our bodies, our minds, our feelings, because let's be honest, every day brings up something else, doesn't it? Sometimes we have good days, sometimes we have not so good days. Today, for me, blur. Today's a sluggish day for me. Today I feel like, yeah, I feel a little bit like Jenny. I feel a bit like, and that's not like me to feel like that because I'm normally like sprightly, but I do, and I'm going to own it, and I'm going to share it with you guys. I feel a little bit down, but it's fine because I'm going to move through it with you guys, and I know that because I'm doing this with you, it's going to make me feel better because it always does make me feel better. So I'm looking forward to feeling a bit better in myself today with you lovely people. So everything that we do, we're going to work to our own abilities. We're not going to do anything too much. We're going to push ourselves a bit though as well because we want to obviously get our bodies and our minds moving and challenged, which is why we are here. So I will offer modifications throughout and I will offer rest positions throughout and I'll offer things to make things more difficult and maybe a little bit easier if you need it too. Should we get going? I told you I talk a lot. Right, block. It's all important stuff though. Block or pillow, whatever you have to hand, pop it between your thighs. Either standing, if you can, or seated. That's absolutely fine too. We can do things standing or seated, whatever is working for you. And we take our arms down by our sides. Okay, so wherever we're sitting or standing, we focus our attention across the room, so direct eye line. And then we look up slightly. We don't like lift our heads, we just take our eye gaze across the room and slightly higher. And what that does is it lifts us out of ourselves. Where we look is where we want our body to go. It's a bit like when we ride a bike. If you look to where you want to go, you're going to stay on the path. If you look at the place you don't want to go, i.e. the ditch, you're going to go into the ditch. So that's what we try and keep the eye gaze up and forwards. Arms by your sides, and then I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, but feel free to keep them open if you want to. It's entirely up to you. But for this part of the session, I like us to close our eyes because I like to get into my breath, get into my mind and my body and really check in with myself. So we're going to start off by doing just that, taking a nice long deep breath in through the nose and a slow releasing breath out through the mouth. And just take it nice and slowly. Take this opportunity to give yourself a little break, a little bit of quiet time, and just notice the breath. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. In through the nose, we lift and lengthen, and out through the mouth, we blow through imaginary straw. Imagine you've got a straw in your mouth. And your job's just to slow the breath down. So try and take a long, deep breath in. And a slow releasing breath out through that straw. And as we focus on the in-breath, each in-breath you want to feel a lightness through the top of your head, lifting you up to the ceiling. And then with each out-breath, so we focus on the out-breath, we want to relax the shoulders, relax your jaw. On each out-breath, we're going to let the fingers tingle and breathing down to the soles of our feet, all while we're just standing here with our eyes closed. So we're just guiding the breath through the body. We breathe in and we lift and lengthen up through the body. Let the shoulders relax. We breathe out and we let the breath travel down to the soles of our feet into our mat. And we just take a moment to be grateful for our breath, to calm us down, to connect us, to give us a moment of stillness, and also allow us to be grateful for being here today, in our bodies, in our minds, with our emotions, whatever's going on. And just connecting with our breath. The next thing I want you to do is to set yourself an intention for the session. So what would you like to get out of the session today? And that's going to be different for everybody. So for me, I shared this at the beginning, I definitely want to feel a little bit lighter in my mood. I want to get all those endorphins which we release through exercise and movement, and I'd like those to help me feel a little bit happier. So that's my intention. What's your intention? It could be something physical as well. Maybe you want to get stronger. Maybe you want to, I don't know, get your heart rate going a little bit. Maybe you just want to have some fun, or just connect with your body, or connect with each other. Lovely. And then we open our eyes. Keep that intention in the forefront of your mind. Good. Okay, next up, we're just going to wobble the body out a little bit, get a bit of movement into the body because we've been standing still for a while. Good. And now we find our neutral spine. So soften the knees, and we're going to tilt the pelvis forwards and backwards. Have a little pelvis rock. And what we're trying to do is line the hips up with the sacrum. So your hip bones should line up with your sacrum. Imagine this is a bowl of water. You want to keep that water level. Yeah? If we stand like this, bad posture. My core's soft, my back's compressing, and all my water's falling out. My imaginary water. Same the other way. If I go the other way, again, my back's not correct. My pelvis is out of line, all my water's gone everywhere. So find somewhere in the middle where you are lined up and you are standing in a neutral spine. Your rib cage is down and your shoulders are down too. Lovely. Finally, we're going to take some big belly breaths. So this is our core connection now. So if you want to put your hands on your belly, or just the top bit of your belly, and we breathe into them. Imagine it's like a big balloon or an accordion. As we inhale, expands laterally, so outwards. And as you exhale, you draw your belly in and you feel your stomach muscles engage. We inhale. We exhale. So we really let that air in now. Inhale. And we exhale. So we try and get that expansion through the diaphragm, through the belly. And as you breathe out, your core gets nice and strong. You engage that core. Even if you've got a wobbly core, the muscles are there, yeah? So we celebrate the wobbles. So that's what we're going to focus on, is the breath through the core, yeah? And this, I think of this as our ball of light, our big sunshine. So if you want, you can associate this area with a big orange or yellow or golden colour that radiates out through your whole body, giving your body warmth and strength, yeah? That's what I like to think of anyway. All right, hands on the shoulders. We're going to get some movement into the body now. Oh no, before we do, we're going to do a balance. Before we do, which is movement. We're going to inhale, we're going to come up to our toes, and you can do this seated as well. We're going to exhale, come back to our heels, and we're going to have to really engage our core and really work that neutral spine to be stable so that we're not rocking and falling and losing that strength. Imagine you're being lifted through the top of your head the whole time. Lifted up. Arms by your side, shoulders down, eye gaze up and forwards. And we keep that core nice and strong. And you should feel your stomach muscles working. You should feel your leg muscles working, your glutes engaging a little bit to try and stop you from falling. We don't want to lose that balance. And then we place the feet flat down on the floor. So as you can see, my feet are flat on the floor and I'm swaying forwards and backwards. I'm inhaling forwards and I'm exhaling backwards. Like a bit like a, in music, a metronome. I think that's what they're called. You know those things that tick? Yes, I'm getting thumbs up. Good, good. I got that bit right. All right, and then find someone somewhere in the middle that we're no longer swaying, we're standing nice and tall. If you don't know what a metronome is, Google it after the session. You'll know what I mean. And you'll feel like a metronome every time you do it. All right. Now we take the hands onto the shoulders. We inhale up and we exhale down. Good. The key here is, first of all, to move with the range that your body is allowing you to. So I would say always move to the side that's less mobile or giving you any discomfort. Yeah, because what happens is we overcompensate with our good side. Say this is my good side, and my not so good side stays, you know, small and weak and not so mobile, and the good side gets really good. So always work to the side that is your weaker side. I don't like to really use that term, but I'll think of a better one for next week. But the side that you are working on, let's say that one, the side that we're trying to progress, so work to that one, even yourself out to that one, and then your movements will start to build together. And then we circle forwards. Head up, keep the eye gaze up and forward. Try not to, it's tempting to start looking at the floor and hunching, and then we lose our posture. Yeah, so try and keep that going. I'm going to come and spot some of you that are here live. Very good. Okay, we're going to extend the arms now. So make them as wide as you can. Reach them out as wide as you can. Good. And we're going to circle forward. So we reach with our fingertips. Get our, almost like we're trying to shoot our arms away. Very good. Nice big circles. Can we get some control over these circles? So, naming no names, but some of you are kind of look like you're about to take off. You're kind of doing this, yeah? Your body's wobbling, your arms are flailing. I want control through the core, extension through the arms, shoulders down, and we take mindful circles. We are in control of our body. Let this core control the body, yeah? So even if your arms are down here, yeah, or even maybe your arms are up but they're moving so slightly, they're really little circles, I want you to have a go. That's it, good. Even if you're just doing one at a time. Maybe you do one circle and then you have to rest. Okay, if you do need to rest for a minute, shake your arms out, because I know that's quite intense, isn't it? Especially on the backs of the arms and the shoulders, the back muscles. When you're ready, we're going to go backwards. We're going to inhale up and exhale down. I'm doing quite big circles today because normally I'm very tight in my back and my arm muscles, because normally I'm doing lots of upper body stuff, hanging from doing that circus, aerial yoga. So my upper body's normally really stiff, but I can always tell when I haven't been doing it, because I've got full range of my arms again, which is nice, but I would like to be doing my aerial yoga as well. But I'll probably get on my pull-up bar to get myself that feeling again. All right, let's shake it out. That was really intense and really well done, everyone. Okay, good. We're going to have a little stretch out and mobilization of the neck now. So bring the arms down by the sides. Bring your palms forwards. Again, if you're sitting in a chair, just bring your arms either side of you and really stretch them down to the floor. Good. We're going to tilt the head down. So we're really going to feel an opening through the back of the neck. And if my hair was up, you wouldn't see, but you'd see the imaginary rays of light shining out. So if you want to imagine your sunlight travelling up your spine, and the rays of light are shining out through the back of your neck. Ooh, I could do with some sunshine on the back of my neck. And we roll our heads up to look over the right shoulder, sorry. We inhale and we roll it up. And then we exhale, roll down so slowly, guys, really slowly, palms of the hands forwards. We inhale, roll over, up to the left shoulder. And we exhale, roll it down. We inhale up to the right. And we exhale, roll it down. So do this in your own time now. Try and keep it slow at my pace if you can. But I just want you to try and move freely. And notice when you're doing this, be mindful of your neck. And notice any niggles, any stiffness, any clunks or clicks. Also notice any smoothness, any releases you get through doing this. And then once you get to the next side, whatever side it is, it doesn't matter. You're just going to hold it. Shoot the fingers down to the floor, and you're going to tilt the head backwards. Just feel a stretch through the side of the face. Maybe release your jaw. My ear just popped doing that. That was a good release. And then roll it down. And then inhale, roll it up. Make sure the shoulders are down, guys. I'm noticing that some of your shoulders are creeping up a little bit. You want to keep them down. That's it. And then look over that other shoulder. And again, just tilt the head back. to really stretch out the muscles in the face, and then maybe just open and close the jaw, and then we roll the head down again. We inhale, look up to the ceiling, stretch out the whole of the neck, the jaw, open and close the mouth, make a funny noise if you want to, optional, you don't have to. That's my funny noise. And then bring your chin to your chest. You soften your knees. You scoop your belly, and I'm going to show you sideways on, and we roll down bone by bone. So we're only going to come halfway because you might be feeling stiff, you might be feeling fine too. Listen to your body. And just slowly start to roll down. Let the head flop, 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 flop. And then scoop the belly. Use your stomach muscles to push you back up again. Rolling up bone by bone. Let the shoulders relax. Shoulders down. And we inhale, look up to the ceiling. Release your jaw. Sound effects optional. Chin to chest, belly to spine. We roll up and over our big ball. Down, 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 down. And the second time might feel a little bit easier than the first time. Maybe you can get a bit lower. Maybe you don't want to push it at this stage. And we relax the head. We flop, 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 flop the head. We scoop the belly in. We bend our knees slightly. We draw the belly in. We let the stomach muscles push us up. And the head stays floppy, floppy, floppy. Shoulders down. Head's the last thing to come up. We look up. We inhale. Release the jaw. Exhale, take the chin to chest, belly to spine, and down we go one last time. Relax the shoulders, relax the head, interlock your hands behind your head and push your elbows back. We're going to really bend the knees down, transfer the weight to the heels slightly so that we're not putting our weight into our knees. We want to put the weight into our thighs, give our thighs a bit of a workout. We're going to inhale, circle round to the left, and come all the way up to stand. Find your neutral spine. Push your elbows back. Exhale down to the right. And we come all the way round. And this feels really freeing for the back. It's a nice workout for the whole body. Keep going. I'm going to come and spot some of you. So we take a big circle all the way round. Nice. Keep pushing the elbows back. Good, Grant. Hi, Juliana. Nice, Mary. Good. Courtney, really nice, big mobility, but can you slow it down, my love? You're probably getting dizzy, so I'm just watching you all. So if you're dizzy, come up to stand. If you're okay to, just roll back round and down again in your forward fold. But if you are feeling dizzy, listen to your body and come up to stand. And then we go again. Push the elbows back. We go the opposite way. So we're going to circle round to the right. This time we ground our feet into the floor or the chair, wherever we're sitting. We come all the way up. Then we roll back down again, finding different opportunities and places to stretch and release our spine. Strength from the floor, those roots. Imagine you've got roots at the soles of your feet. Like a big strong tree is what I want us to think of our bodies as. Big strong tree. It's been rooted in the same place for hundreds of years. I know we're not that old, but we can imagine. Some days I feel like that. Let's go. One more time. If you're dizzy, come up to stand. If you're not, then you can release and relax. Let it all go. Scoop the belly. Drawing it in, bone by bone by bone. Head's the last thing to come up. Shoulders relax. Try not to let the shoulders hunch. Let them slide down the spine. As we come back up again and we inhale, take our arms all the way up to the ceiling. This is my favourite bit. Hold on to your right wrist and we exhale, lean like lovely big wise old trees, and we come back to the centre and we switch hands and we exhale, lean like lovely big wise old trees, and we stretch our bodies from side to side. So we exhale to lean and we inhale to come back to the centre and switch. Imagine you've got a pane of glass in front and behind you, like all good trees do. Not. But that's what we're going to imagine. I get you to imagine some weird stuff, I know. But imagine you're a tree with two panes of glass, one in front and one behind. And we're swaying between that glass. It's a very abstract Pilates class. All right. And when you're ready, just shake your arms out. Nice work. I'm going to quickly grab something to just help my throat. Lovely, lovely. Okay, you're welcome to as well. Open invitation for us all to have a drink of water. All right, next, pop the block in between your thighs. Lovely, lovely. Well, you probably have not moved. And we're going to do lateral twists. So I really enjoy these. I enjoy these because they don't take a huge amount of effort, but they've got great results if you do them correctly. So it's a bit of a mental challenge, this one, that doesn't take a lot of bounding around the room and loads of movement, but it really fires up your abdominals and it also gets you really connected with your body. So lots of benefits. These are the kind of geeky benefits I like about Pilates. So we're going to kind of cut our bodies in half from the, what are these, hips down, hips waistish area, just above the hips, nearer to the waist, down, and that area up. So no longer think of them as one, think of them as two separate places. And what we're going to do is we're going to move the upper body away from the lower body. So I often say, imagine your hip bones are headlights and they are shining forwards. We don't want those headlights travelling all around your room because you're going to twist your knees and you're also not going to get the exercise done effectively. Or you can think of yourself as being cemented down. It's up to you. Or you can think of yourself as dishcloth. We think of that one quite a lot as well. But as we do it, you can get in your mind what you feel like you want to be. So hands behind the head, we interlock them and we draw the shoulder blades down. Yeah, what we want to avoid is this happening. So my neutral spine is now completely gone. I've compressed my spine, I'm sticking my chest out, I'm sticking my bum out and it's gone. We also want to avoid this. Yeah, so that's the opposite. So you want to keep that spine neutral, and it's quite difficult to stand like this. If you're finding it difficult, bring your arms to your sides, yeah? So you can sort of self-assess, see how that is. All right, so either here or here. We inhale, shoulders down, and we exhale. We're going to twist our upper body only. We're going to lock our lower part forwards. We're going to twist it round to the right. And then we're going to inhale, come back to the center. We're going to exhale, twist the upper body only round to the left. And we're going to come to the center. So I'll let you into a little trick that I do with myself. I imagine that my lower body is actually going the opposite way, even though it's staying facing forwards. But I imagine as I twist my upper body, I imagine my lower body's going the complete other way, but I don't actually turn it. So then you get that real core workout, especially in our obliques, the side abdominals and the lower abdominals. And that's where you should feel it. But you have to work for it. You have to engage those muscles. You have to use your breath and use the resistance from your upper body to your lower body. So like I said, it's a very small exercise, but if you do it right, it's going to work. So keep going, guys, keep going. I've come to spot your headlights. I want to make sure your headlights are shining at me and not around the room. So upper body only. Thank you. Yes, I got the lights. Nice, everyone. Really good. Okay. We are going... Aha, got the message. Great. And you're back. Hi, Mia's back. Next, we're going to do the same exercise again, but we're going to take our arms wider, which is going to make it a little bit more challenging. So we might not actually move as much. And I should say that this exercise is not about, you know, becoming an owl and twisting our whole bodies around and spinning with our necks. This isn't about how far we can twist. This is really about how much we can engage our core from doing this. In fact, the more you twist out of control, the less of a workout you get. Yeah? So I'd rather you move less and more precisely than more and not. Yeah? So reach as wide as you can. Shoulders down. Remember, you can always take the modification if you want to. Reach them as wide as you can. Shoulders down. Imagine your shoulder blades are trying to kiss behind your back. You try and do that. Imagine they're trying to kiss each other. Yes, everybody's posture just up to level. And we inhale, we exhale, twist round to whichever way you want to twist. If you've already started, that's fine. Twist whichever way you want to go. We exhale, engage the core on the twist. We inhale, come back to the center. We exhale, engage the core and twist. We inhale back to the center. Keep that going. Keep engaging those arms. I'm going to come and spot you. You guys stay where you are. All right, well done, everyone. Shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out. Shake, 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 shake it out. Very good. Okay, what's on my notes for today? Oh yes, very good. Strength and balance. We will do some traditional strength and balance. Traditional. Kind of ballet-like strength and balance. That's what I've got planned for us today. Very controlled, but very precise, of course. So, we're going to stand on our left leg, and we're going to, no we're not, we're going to stand on the left leg, yes we are, and we're going to bring our right foot in. We're going to bring our hands on our hips, and we're going to take our shoulders down. So again, if you're doing this seated, you will have your left foot down, and you'll do the exercises from the seated position. There's going to be leg stuff, and there's going to be arm stuff as well, so lots to do. Okay, shoulders down. Try and get that balance, and we lift through the crown of the head. Lift, 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 lift as high as you can. Now, I should have told you this before we set up. Can you all turn yourselves sideways, those of you that are watching live, so that I can see your side profile? Yes, and then I can give you the correct teaching cues based on how your body is. All right, so nice and tall. We inhale, bend the right foot, and we exhale a leg, and we exhale, point the right leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend, shoulders down, exhale, extend. That was for me, I might let my shoulders go. Inhale, bend, exhale, extend. So we want to try, I mean, if you need to trace your foot on the floor, you can. You want to try and keep the foot off the floor if you can. If you want to make it more challenging, maybe you can take that free leg a bit higher. But the key here, well, she says, the key here is your balance, which I'm not doing very well today. So I'll keep my leg low because I want to keep my balance and I want to progress in my balance. You might want to take a slight micro bend to the standing knee. So what we're going to do, if you want to progress, you inhale, bend the standing knee, you exhale, extend it. You inhale, bend, so you're bending both and you're extending both. And if you want, you can get the arms involved. So we bend the arms with the knees, everything bends. Everything opens and extends. Everything bends. Whoop, everything opens and extends. It's really difficult to balance here, guys. So if you do feel like your balance is going, then just bring the hands on the hips again, or don't take the bend. Really nice, everybody. Grant, I want to see that extension in the leg. So even if you're just managing, Grant, look at me. Even if you're just managing to take the leg out once, and then back down again. I really want you to try and get that leg out. Try and get it as straight as you can, even if it doesn't completely go straight. Yeah? See if you can do some on your own. See if you can just take a little lift of that leg. Really good. Really good. Leading with the toes. Perfect. Nice work. Okay. All right, guys. Let's move to the other leg, and then we're going to switch back again, because standing leg all takes a bit of work, doesn't it? So we're going to move to the other leg. So we're going to stand on our right leg. And we're going to inhale, bend, exhale, extend the left leg this time. So we're extending the left leg, everybody. Whether you're seated or standing, it's the left leg that's moving now. Yeah? So the other side, Grant, I think, from where I'm looking. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Fabulous. All right, and everybody, you need your posture upright. So imagine, remember, we're being lifted through the body. Yeah, get the arms involved if you want to. Inhale, bend, exhale, open and extend. Keep the shoulders down. My balance has gone again. If you want to bend the standing leg as well, you can. Inhale, bend, exhale, open and extend. If you want, because you know, we're skaters, if you want to put a bit of creative flair with the arms, I won't be opposed to it. But please let it come from the back muscles. So even if we're putting a bit of flair into it, make sure it's strong, artistic arms, not just crazy floppy arms, yeah? Listen, if the arms don't work for you, or you're putting your balance off, keep them on your hips. You don't have to do anything with your arms, yeah? You can, if it's easier for you, keep them there. Brilliant, shake it out. We're not done yet with those legs. Because we've got to keep the leg strength up, and these exercises are brilliant for that kind of thing, because as skaters, we are, you know, using the old legs a lot, so, but we're not getting that. And even, like, the first lockdown, I was out in my off-ice skates all the time, skating around the parks, the car parks, everything. It's too wet and muddy. Ah. So instead we do Pilates stuff. Maybe we'll do some jump techniques things. I don't know. We'll have a play. We'll have a play with our legs today. All right, let's go with, how are we doing for time? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go with some more strength and balance. So we'll do some jump prep. So we'll imagine we are doing a loop. So we're on a backward edge. So we're going to stand on our, we're going to start off on our right leg. And we're going to extend our left leg in front. So we've just done some backwards crossovers. And we're holding this position to do a loop. If anyone's not done a loop before, this is going to be your first lesson in a loop, okay? This is going to be your first lesson off ice as a loop. All right, so we're going to stand on that right leg, left leg's in front. You can either rest it on the floor or you can take it in the air. The arms are extended, so you're going to bring your left arm in front, your right arm behind. I'm going to turn this way, but we're not going to take the turn to start with. So we're going to inhale, bend, like we're going to take off, and we exhale, bring it in to the center. And then we do a reverse, like a reverse play. We come back again, we inhale, and we exhale, bring it in, draw the belly in, and then we inhale. So in the air, that's what we're replicating, shoulders down. So we exhale on the effort. So Grant, if you want to either do the arms or the legs, if you want to do one thing at a time, so you might want to just take the front arm and bring it in and out, or you might want to take the leg and bring it in and out, in and out. It's up to you, whatever you want to work on. Good, everyone, and you want to keep that balance. You also want to keep the body upright, because we know that in the air, if we collapse in the body, when we land, we normally collapse onto the ice, don't we? So that exhale, draw the belly in, take the shoulders down, and maybe in your mind you're going for a double loop or a triple loop. Yeah? Let's think big here, guys. So next, if you want to progress it slightly, we can take a little quarter turn. So we inhale, bend, and then you exhale, just twist to look over the left shoulder. Keep the eye gaze up, because if we look down when we hit the ice, we want to keep the eyes up, and then you reverse it back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. It's really going to work that standing leg, but it's also really going to help your balance and control and visualizing yourself in the air, visualizing your rotation in that jump. Lovely. And the key is to keep the balance, yeah? So try and keep it smooth. Try not to we're not whipping off here. We're doing it in slow-mo. Imagine it's like an action replay. You know when you watch the skating on the TV and you see them take that takeoff and they lift and they reverse it back. All right, awesome work. Shake it out, because that standing leg's probably feeling a little bit worked. Loving this drink. Can't beat a good herbal tea. Let's go the other side. So this might be your non-natural way of skating, or it might be if you're a lefty skater. We're going to stand on the left foot and have the right foot in front. So it might feel a little bit weird, or it might feel really natural depending on which way you skate. Left arm behind, right arm in front. Inhale, bend. Exhale. We're not going to take the twist, we're just going to take it out and in, yeah? So inhale, bend, take the arms out, leg out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, bend. Whoop, I'm going. Exhale, bring it in. So this is not my natural way. And if you want, you can take that rotation in. So you inhale, bend, action replay. And then we reverse it. Try and keep the foot off if you can as a progression. If you need to keep it on the floor as a modification, then do. So you can keep that foot down, or you can progress and take that foot, keep it off the whole time. That's a challenge. But if your balance is going, use it to help the balance, yeah? You guys rock. Very good. Use the core, shoulders down, yeah? Use this whole part of your body to lift you up, but don't let the shoulders hunch up. I keep everything strong here, this strong area. Fab. All right, shake it out. Well done. Jenny's going for the triple. Well done. Way. Very good. I know. We all want to jump. Jump, jump, jump. You guys, you guys do something with jumps, don't you? Off-ice jumping? Do you do off-ice jumping? Yeah, thought so. Thought you did. All right, let's do some roll downs to planks. So, those of you that are new to this session and that are live with me today and that I can see, I'd like you to move your monitor. It might mean that you physically have to take it onto the floor, your phone, your monitor, or you just tilt it like I do. I'll move it forward a bit so you don't get to see my desk with all my stuff on it. Just so that I can see you all a little bit better on the mats, on the floor, because we are going to be doing some planking on the floor. Now if I go down here, you can all see me? Yes, you can all see me. Okay, see, I might just look a bit decapitated. You might not be able to see the top of my head, but, you know, that's not so important. Just believe that my eye gaze are up and forward. So if this is your first time doing it, I just want you to watch the first round so that you understand what is going on and you get to do the exercise correctly. And if you've done it before with me, you can join in straight away. So we stand at the back of our mat, arms by our sides, and we find our neutral spine. So that's not like this and it's not like this, yeah? So we stand up nice and tall, eye gaze up and forwards. We inhale, take the arms all the way up. Just gonna get my block. Inhale, arms all the way up, shoulders down. Exhale, arms to your sides, chin to chest. Scoop the belly in and we roll down bone by bone. Heavy head, heavy shoulders, all the way down. Now you might need your block for this. If you're seated, you can do your roll downs in your chair as well. So relax the head and relax the shoulders and let it all go. What we're trying to do here, you don't have to have your block if you don't want to. What we're trying to do is to find space in our vertebrae. We're also trying to stretch out the hamstrings. Now if they're feeling particularly tight, I want you just to bend your knees a bit. And feel free if you want to hold your elbows in your hands just to release the spine. And remember, you can use your block to help you if you need that support at the bottom. Then we inhale, and as you exhale, you walk out to plank. Oh my goodness. The aches and pains in my bones. All right. And we hold our plank. Now with your plank, you want your bottom in line with your shoulders and your head in line with your spine. You want your hands underneath. If you need to, bring your knees down. So that is an option for you, yeah? And you can just stretch out the legs. You can plank on all fours, yeah? So don't feel you have to hold it for too long. If you also, there's some modifications, you can plank from your fists. You can also plank from forearms. So you can do this kind of plank as well. Always bring the knees down when you need to listen to your body. To come up, walk your hands back to your knees, tuck your toes underneath. That feels like a lovely stretch, so I'm going to hold it for a little bit longer. And then hold the forward fold again. Now the benefit of the forward fold is that we really get to stretch out. It's a good flexibility, releasing the spine and the legs. We scoop the belly and we roll up bone by bone as we exhale, releasing the arms, releasing the shoulders. Head's the last thing to come up. We repeat, so everybody joining in together. Turning sideways on if you're live, so I can see you. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, arms to your sides. Chin to chest, belly to spine. Down, down, down we go. Let it go here. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. We inhale and we exhale, walk out to plank. So, nice strong planks. Oh, this one feels a bit better. The first one felt bleh. This one feels good. Proof that you should stick with something because it feels easier. So let me have a little look at you guys. I'll spot some of you on the next round because you've been in this position for a while. So if you want to from plank, you can push straight back into a down dog position or a triangle position, or bring the knees down if you want to. And then walk the hands back to the feet and we hang out here. Just let it all go. Use your block if you need to. Scoop the belly, soften the knees, and roll up bone by bone. Head's the last thing to come up. Let the stomach muscles push you back up. Shoulders down. We inhale, take the arms up. We exhale, bring the arms to our sides, chin to chest, belly to spine. Down we go. Rolling, 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 rolling. Find the space between each vertebrae. When we're hanging down here now, I want you to imagine again that your belly is like the ball of sun. So really draw it in, really let it fire your whole body up. And then imagine that the rays of sunlight are coming out of each space in your vertebrae that we've created with our back. Really opening the spine up. And anywhere else you feel open, maybe the backs of your knees, your hamstrings. So we're going to take a little twist here. So we're going to bend the right knee and we're going to straighten the left knee. You're going to hold on to the left leg with the right hand. So left leg is being held by the right hand, and we inhale, twist up to the ceiling. And if you're sitting in a chair, just take that arm straight up to the ceiling, twisting to look up along that left arm. And then we exhale, bring it back down. Switch sides, straightening the right leg, left hand on right leg, and we inhale, twist up. And we exhale, roll back down. Let's go, one more time, walking out to plank. Nice strong planks. Keep it there. Good. If you want more challenging for this, you can take your hands out wider. Take the hands wider and longer if you want something more challenging, but make sure that your lower back is nice and neutral still. Good. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Very, very good. All right, let's all bring our knees down to the floor. Bring them down. Good. And we're just going to sink into child's pose. So if you would rather do this sitting on your bottom, or if you're sitting in a chair, you can do this exercise just by rolling your body down. So we can take the body and relax it forwards. Or in child's pose, just open the knees and just let the arms relax by the sides. Back to the hands on the floor, palms to the hands facing the ceiling. Good, so just breathe into your spine here. If you prefer to do this seated, guys, like I said, you can do this on your bottom. You don't have to do it in child's pose. You might want to open your knees a little bit wider to make space for your belly. I like to rest my belly between my thighs. I find that that's much more comfortable, just letting the belly sit between the thighs. If you don't like face planting the floor, you can put something down there, or you can turn your head to the side. It's up to you. My nose always gets in the way, so I turn my head to the side. Good. And as we're in this position, I just want you to visualise your arms. That's it. You don't have to watch because I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to use my voice to talk to you guys. So if your arms are out in front, I want you to think about just stretching out those shoulders. If your arms are by your side, I want you to think about allowing the shoulders just to melt down to the earth. So just let them go, completely releasing. Let it all go. And you want to think, I always think about breathing into the top of my spine, just under my neck, and let the breath just trickle down your spine, down to your bottom, and let your sit bones just come down to your feet. Even if your bum's right in the air, even if your bum's nowhere near your feet, that's what we're visualising. We're just thinking about that length through the spine. And if you're seated, you can think the same thing. If you're relaxing forwards, you can just think about that length through each vertebrae. And again, you can imagine that light shining out if you want to. I always find colour and light is a really easy thing to think about with my breath. I use my breath and I put a light or a colour to it, and then I visualise my body washed with that colour, and I can sort of direct it. Okay, let's come up to sit. We're going to, what should I do with you guys? I've got a couple of things I want to do, but I don't have time to do all of them. We'll do leg lifts. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to stay with legs, because we started with legs, and we'll finish with legs. So, I've not done these for a while, So I could do with doing them as well. So it's probably going to be a good thing for me as well as you. So, sitting on our tushes, you can, and I welcome you to sit on a block or a cushion if you need to. So what we're trying to create with our body is an L shape. So sideways on, this is what my L shape looks like. I might need to find my sit bones, that's it, and then create an L shape with my body. Depending on which way you're looking at me, it might be a reverse L, but anyway, a right angle. Now, if you're sitting in this position, but you're kind of more of a C shape with a long leg, then you're going to need that block to lift you up. Yeah, so if you're struggling to sit in that straight back position, then use the block to help lift you up. Equally, if your knees are bent, so if you've got really tight hamstrings, sit on the block and that will give you a little bit of height and length. Yeah, so the block's not there because you're doing anything wrong or your body's not right or whatever. The block's there just to help each body get the best out of the exercise, yeah? So I'm going to keep my block to hand because I might need it, because as I said, I haven't done this for a while, so we'll see how my posture is. Now, this is going to fire up this whole area here. So the thighs, the hip flexors, and your abdominals, this area. It's quite challenging. It's a mental challenge as well as a physical one. So we point our toes if you can. Now, if you prefer, you can flex your feet. Either or. Some people get cramped from pointing their toes too much. I know a lot of skaters do, hence why I know this, because I used to get cramp a lot from pointing my toes. I think it's probably from being in the boots. So we're going to use our hands as a little lever. So I'll do this sideways so I can show you. Hands on the floor, we're going to extend both legs. We're going to inhale to prepare. I'm going to keep my body upright, and I'm going to exhale, take the left leg up, and inhale, lower it. Really intense, right? And our legs feel like a dead weight. And they are, they're really heavy. But by extending and pointing the toes or flexing the feet, we are working the leg muscles ourselves, yeah? So if you try and lift your leg without the extension, it's really heavy and difficult. I'm not saying anyone should do that because it puts stress on the hips, and I don't want anyone doing that. So we exhale to lift and we inhale to lower. Now, if you don't lift your leg, that's fine. Think of it as an extension. Think about extending it and seeing where that leg goes. Even if you don't get very high at all, or maybe you don't even get a lift at all, that's fine. Very good. Exhale. See, my posture's gone already. My back is straight, but you can see my shoulders are slightly rounded. So I correct myself. And we exhale to lift. Good. Keep it going. Let's have a little look. Some of you have switched legs already, but like you were doing alternate legs, and that's fine. If you stuck with one leg, you're now going to do the other leg. If you were doing both legs together, so alternate legs, you're going to do the same exercise again, alternate legs, yeah? So sorry I didn't make that very clear. We're just going to do, so like I said, if you did one leg, you're now going to do the other leg. If you're doing both legs, you're going to do both legs again. So let's get ourselves prepped, shoulders down, hands to the floor. Inhale to prepare, and we exhale, extend, and see where that takes us. Extend. Whew. Engage the core. Lovely. Shoulders down. All right, well done everybody. Before you bend your knees, unless you've got really bad cramp and you need to, we're going to try and do both legs. This is really challenging, and don't worry if you can't lift both at the same time. Even if you can't lift both at the same time, I want you to extend both at the same time. So hands, use them as a lever, press down, ooh, and see what happens. Inhale, exhale. Right, let me get a little bit nearer. Let's have a look. Excellent. And remember everyone, that's it, Mary. So try not to move the body. Let the legs come to the body and try not to lean back as you do it. It's difficult. It's so difficult. And this is where the core connection comes in. This is where the hip flexor strength comes in. And if you can't do that without leaning back, then just don't lift. Just extend the legs and try and fire up the muscles that's eventually going to get you to do that. I'd rather you not lift than take the wobble. Let's see, Courtney. It's 1:45. We didn't even get to do any relaxation. But I'll sound the bowl anyway to mark the end of the session. And let's get ourselves back on our feet. So if you come onto all fours, tuck your toes underneath and just rock forwards and backwards. I got so carried away today. Time ran away from me. And let's bring our heels down and our hips up. Let's just hold that forward fold. Shake the head out. And we slowly roll up bone by bone. Head's the last thing to come up. Once we're standing up, we inhale, take the arms up to the ceiling. And we exhale, bring them down to our sides, big circle. Inhale, take them up. And exhale, bring them down to your sides. Close your eyes for 1 second. Just connect back with your breath and just notice if you feel that you met your intention. So go back to that intention you set yourself at the beginning of the session. So for me, it was to feel a little bit happier in my mood, and I've definitely achieved that. So thank you all for being part of that for me. Those endorphins are well and truly there. So just acknowledge that for yourself, whatever it was, and don't worry if you haven't met that intention. Notice how your body's feeling, mentally, physically, emotionally. See if you can describe how you're feeling in your mind. Maybe you want to say it out loud. And then give yourself a big smile. Open your eyes, a round of applause, and we'll all come together. You guys were awesome today. Really well done. We'll wait for the recording to stop. See you soon, everyone.